What's up, guys? Today is October 29th, 2025, and we're just going to get right into it today. We don't need to check the market cap. Yesterday's video, or excuse me, Monday's video was pretty relevant. As you can see, I said we needed to close above those 115 highs to then go push to all-time highs. And if we get wicked and we don't close above those highs, we'll push back down to that support of 106, back down to 105. And again, we got wicked, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So we basically are just going to speed run the analysis today because, again, everything's looking like it's getting rejected, except for the altcoins. Some of the altcoins look like we could possibly have some upside here. But again, we are just getting wicked, just like we said. So we are just going to trend into the support here for Bitcoin. As you can see on Ethereum, we said we needed to close above those $4,300 highs. And if we get wicked, we'll head back down to that support at 3,500. And that's exactly what's happening. We're getting wicked right here at 4,300. Price never closed above the highs, and we're headed back down to that support. XRP closing above the highs, but as you can see, starting to get some rejection immediately at those highs. And we did call for the retest of that $2.50 zone. So over the next few days, look for the retest of that $2.50 zone. If we could close above this previous daily candle high, though, I'd say it's a good chance we're going to go back to that 280 resistance. Binance coin, we could see bouncing off support, and we did get rejected at those highs again. You could see how price just keeps wicking. Again, these are wicks here on these candlesticks. And we just keep wicking. We cannot close above those 1150 highs that I was talking about. So we are just going to go test the support down here. And if we close below these 1050 lows, we'll then go push probably to liquidate this order block. Solana, as we could see here, breaking above this resistance, flipping its support. And we'd like to see it close above these highs of 209 to then go push to higher time frame resistance. Cardano, unfortunately, closing below this candle here. So I would expect price to then go push back down to this higher time frame support at 58 cents. If we could end up getting some strength, though, and holding perhaps this low of 62 cents here, we might push up to those highs. But again, we really need to close now above 69 and 72 to then go push up into that higher time frame resistance and test some of that structure there. Chainlink, we did wick these highs here. As you can see, we never closed above those $18 highs we were talking about yesterday. And we did just test that $17 support like we talked about, and hopefully it's a good sign. Yesterday actually closed above that support. So again, hopefully we hold the support here. We could close bullish. And now we definitely, again, need just to close above this high of $18 here to then go push into structure and higher time frame support. If we end up closing below this, obviously we're going to get the break and retest. Stellar Lumens, unfortunately, getting wicked out of those highs, perfectly tapping into this order block here. So we are just downtrending, and we'll look for the break of those 30-cent lows. If we get some strength, again, we just need to close above these equal highs of 33 cents. If we keep downtrending, obviously, we're going to test that higher time frame support. Avalanche still just trading below that resistance level, so we'd like to see it close above these equal highs to then go test that resistance. But today, look for the break of those $19 lows. Hedra, we did, well, actually, no, this is very important here today, guys, because as you could see, Hedra, we broke structure to the downside, perfectly reacting from that resistance, tapping into support. And now, as you could see, price actually did not close above that high yesterday. We got wicked pretty significantly. So today, if we close above that high, we could possibly run into that support or the structure here that we already seem to have tested. And if we get wicked and rejected again and close bearish, then we're definitely going to head back down to that higher time frame support. XLM, what can we say? Support, as we could see, flipped resistance, or support, flipped resistance after it broke the structure to the downside. And over the past few weeks, the analysis is just always spot on. We come up, we test that resistance, and now we'll look for a break of these lows. And if we want to be bullish again, you need to break this resistance, flip its support, and get your break and retest. Polkadot here, again, nothing to say, trading below a huge resistance. And we'd like to see it close above these 320 highs to maybe go test resistance again. Uniswap, looks like I talked about this trend line yesterday. Got some trend line liquidity here, and we did just perfectly retest that resistance, just like we talked about as well yesterday. Perfectly retest that resistance, and we're going to push to break this trend line and look for the break of these 590 lows. ONDO Finance holding that support, and again I said we wanted to close above those equal highs of 75 cents. We closed above it, but again the next candle just rejected. So again we're going to need to close above these equal highs here of 76 cents to then go push up to higher time frame resistance. And today if we end up closing bearish, just look for the break of those lows at 70 cents to test that higher time frame support again at 66 cents. Polygon, again, we want the break of these highs of 20 cents to perhaps go test that 29-cent resistance. Or today, just look for the break of these equal lows at 18 cents. Flare, trading below resistance. Nothing to say with Flare here. We're trading below resistance, closing below resistance. And now, just look for a break of these lows here or price to close back above this resistance and flip its support, and we'll look for the break of those highs. Algorand here looks like I pretty much called this trend line liquidity 2 trading into this order block here. It looks like we did wick highs. We did wick those equal highs at 1913. Coming back into this order block here, last bullish candle, last bearish, getting rejected, wicking, getting rejected from those equal highs, and we're just going to look for price to continue to push down to that 16-cent support. Quant, unfortunately, we have been respecting that support, but it looks like today we might actually close below that $79 support. And if we close below, we'll flip it resistance and head back down to higher time frame support, which is almost non-existent. So it looks like something down here at $60 could get catastrophic for Quant, but if we end up holding this support today, we still have a chance to wick this support today. And if we close bullish, just look for strength to push and break these $93 highs. IOTA, you could see how we wicked those equal highs there. We were calling out yesterday at 15 cents. So again, we still just need to close above those highs of 15 cents. But because we got wicked and price got rejected and we closed bearish, just look for the break of these lows at 13 cents. XDC, again, we're just looking for the retest of that 6-cent resistance to possibly close above and get the break and retest to 10 cents. If we continue to get rejected, just look for the break of those 5-cent lows to then go test higher time frame support down here at 3 cents. Anyway, guys, that wraps up the Crypto Charts Daily Report today. Sorry I had to breeze through it today, but there's not really any new analysis. We've been calling it just how it plays out, days ahead of time. I say drop these videos every other day, and you can see how all the price levels perfectly wicked just like we said they would. We didn't close above, so therefore we're not bullish. Yeah, so click the subscribe button, notification button to stay up to date on the most accurate crypto analysis on YouTube. Anyway, guys, I appreciate it, and peace out.